Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for June 22nd through 26th. This month has gone ridiculously quick.
Now it's you saying it. It'll be the 1st of July. And you're like,
I can't believe how quick this week has gone. Or this month has gone. So this week we had Jason and Sam stories.
I didn't feel like this was really about Jason and Sam, though.
I didn't either, but
Okay.
I think that they did a better job than they did for Carly and Sunny.
Yes.
Because they showed when they met, basically when they first got together,
Right.
and everything, you know. I liked the episodes that they chose. I feel like I would have picked a different one. It's great that we actually saw the proposal, but I feel like the days leading up to it would have been better with Jason preparing for the proposal. Because everything they showed us this week is why we like Jason and Sam, and it's what we're not getting anymore.
Yep.
I mean, he doesn't look at her that way anymore. You know, it's when he first came back, they both did.
Maybe they're trying to age it appropriately, though.
You can still be Gaga.
Realistically,
Especially if they come back from the dead after 5 years. You relight that spark.
realistically, not every day.
No.
Not all the time.
But, I mean,
every once in a while, I agree. They should have some steamy moments. We need that
Right.
back again. But if it was every day, that's not really realistic.
no.
They were a little obnoxious for a while with how much they couldn't keep their hands
But
off
it was
each other.
so different to see Jason that way.
Yes.
So,
Right. Now he's
yeah.
boring. I'm
Just
sorry.
blow stuff up.
Exactly. They need somebody new in the organization for Jason to train
Yeah.
to make him more exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's getting older. I mean, he's older than Sonny was when Sonny took him under his wing.
Right.
So,
That's what I think we need.
yeah. I feel like Dev was going to be that person. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe that's where Brando's going to come in.
That would work. I'm okay with Brando. Dev still feels too young.
How old is Dev? 17? 18? Okay. Give him 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We've settled it.
No, but we do need to be getting, because we grew up with young 20s and high schoolers being interesting characters. And yeah, the adults had their stories too, but like there really was a good split. Now it feels like everyone is older, you know, and we kick the younger ones out of their own stories whenever. Yep. Looking at you, Christina. Because that was such a good story.
It was. And then as soon as it was done, she's gone.
Yep.
No use.
But she's back now until
Who knows?
we went on hiatus. So, but I feel like we can have better conversations about each one of these episodes.
Yes.
I took a page of notes on each
They were
day.
definitely very separate.
Yes.
So
So we can get started with Monday, which was Wednesday, December 3rd, 2003's episode when Sam and Jason first met.
yes, they looked so young.
They did.
We were so young.
But they've aged quite well.
Oh, yeah.
And so have we. So
Okay.
we should get pictures of us in 2003 and be like, they've aged well, and so have we.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know that I want to do that.
Okay. My first note was Courtney, Faith, and Xander. We had Faith. Faith Roscoe was in it.
Yes. I wanted a hint. I know they wouldn't have pre-planned that far, but I wanted a hint that we were going to link. What's his name? Not Brando. Lulu's. Dustin.
What if Dustin is Faith and Renault's son?
That would be awesome. See? Link it all back together. But obviously they weren't going to give us that then, but that's what I wanted. I wanted her to say something that's going to tip me off.
He's way too old for that, though.
So
I know.
Or maybe she's
Maybe she gave him up for adoption. And
right.
now- yeah,
Exactly. Secret son that she forgot about.
absolutely.
Like Brenda's son, we didn't know about him until he
Yeah.
was already 4 or 5. So,
Oh my gosh.
but not
I love how you think. I didn't go there.
of course. Oh, Monday I wrote, I forgot about Sage. I just totally blocked her out until I
Aw.
saw her, and then I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. You actually had like a decent part in all of this.
She did.
Mm-hmm. Totally didn't.
Tamara was Carly, so why couldn't we have shown her last week?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like that long ago that she played Carly, though.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that, because when she walked in, I was like, really? That was who was Carly in 2003? I I would have sworn it was like 2011 that she played.
Yeah.
Which I know we keep saying Carly's been Carly for 15 years. Laura's been Carly for 15 years. But it's still, I don't know. In my brain, time doesn't work that way.
I know what you mean.
So go ahead. You have more for Monday. I just kind of...
Oh, I just said the old opening heart.
Yes.
And the old Dylan, or the original Dylan heart. Liz was preggers with Cam.
Yes. I don't think I remembered that she was pregnant with Cam when she first was with Rick either. Not first was with Rick. They were together and then they broke up or whatever. But whenever, in my mind, she had Cameron young and then a couple years later was with Rick.
But we just talked about this.
I know.
Whenever
like,
we did her 411 and Xander's.
Yes, but seeing it on screen, I don't know. It just clicked more. So.
Okay.
Like I knew they dabbled, but I don't know. I didn't realize it was a big deal for her to say.
She got with Xander because
of Rick.
Yeah.
Right. And I guess, I don't know. I knew that, but I don't think I realized that she was pregnant getting back together with Rick again.
But
like the exact timeline. I know he offered to take care of, but in my mind, they were together, then they broke up. That's why she was with Xander. She got pregnant with Xander, pregnant by Xander, had Cameron, and then her and Rick got back together. And he was like, well, I'll be your kid's dad because Xander is dead and all will be fine with the world. I didn't realize that she was new pregnant, haven't even announced I'm pregnant yet, and was already getting back together with Rick. Does that make more sense?
Sure.
How my brain worked.
So in October, we had a 3-part series on Elizabeth Weber that you can go back and listen to exactly what we're talking about. And on April 9th, 2020, we did Xander. So
there you go.
You can find out a little bit more info about him.
And now it'll already make extra sense to you because you saw it.
Well, and Faith is why we always thought she was in the 90s.
Right. But she's not.
No.
Mm-mm.
I did like her, though.
Yes. She was more authoritative than Ava is. I don't know. I like Ava, but she had a different spark about her.
She was just herself. So she didn't have family and all of that going on. It was just, she had her organization and that was it. Jason blew up stuff in that episode too. Nicholas, it should not try to.
No?
No.
You weren't impressed with that?
I'm trying to get information and it didn't work.
Because you didn't ask anything, and it's weird that you would ask something because you're not part of the mob, so why are you trying that?
And she's like, you don't need to know. You just have to do this.
Right. Did you really think she's going to sit at Kelly's and say, yeah, can you modify the boat like this, this, and this because I'm shipping this?
Right.
No?
Right. I don't know.
She was smart enough not to stalk at Kelly's.
Seriously. You could learn a lot from Faith.
Yes. Good job, Faith.
Are we done with Monday?
Yeah, Monday wasn't very...
Okay.
My notes were short with Monday. I got better as time went on. So Tuesday, it was November 10th, 2004. I remembered Sam's baby, obviously, and that it was stillborn.
Mm-hmm.
All the Christina stuff I didn't remember.
I know.
Okay, good. Thank you. And they never bring it up now?
Yeah. They don't.
Ever.
Ever.
Okay.
Not when Danny was having his issues.
Right.
Although Danny's issues were different, right?
They were different.
But he still needed a bone marrow transplant.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know how all of that works. So if you are a medical professional, I'm sorry if we are totally butchering this, but
I just feel like
she got stem cells.
Yeah. At some point in time, something would come up of, Christina, have you been to the doctor lately to just double check that all is healed with that?
Or when Danny needed his, she could say, am I even able to do something like this, being that I got XYZ done when I was little?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Didn't remember that at all.
And of course, it's weird that was 2004 and she was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's not really shocking. They like to age people weird.
But her losing the baby, it's heartbreaking still to watch. And I love how they filmed it because instead of showing him actually having the conversation, just looking outside. So we're giving them their privacy.
Right.
But then
you saw her break down.
Oh,
that was heartbreaking. I was glad that we didn't see the next day's episode for that because it would have been extra sad.
Yeah.
That was just enough to be like, oh, okay, now we're done. Move on. I don't want to be sad.
It was so sad. I did love how Liz was helping Jason.
Yes.
Because
she's not usually helpful whenever it comes to her.
With Sam, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I guess Jason didn't know that she had that miscarriage. But she was trying to be the surrogate for Jackson Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to guest track that. How many surrogates they wind up having miscarry the baby? Can we have a successful one? Maxie miscarried. Liz miscarried. Like, come on. Surrogacy is a thing for a reason because it does work.
Right. I don't remember anyone. No?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, those are the only two that I can think of that.
You're right. We'll have to look at that.
Yeah, but I did. I thought that she was giving him really good advice. I've never had one, so I don't know. But where he was like, well, should I just go home and empty everything out? And she's like, no, because you're going to want that. She'll think that you're erasing the baby, and it never happened.
Yep. Right. No, she would have flipped out. If she went home and everything was gone, she would have flipped out. Mm-hmm. So that was very good. Very good information.
And that was Steven Weber was the doctor.
That was so weird.
That was the original aged up Steven Weber, portrayed by Sean Benson.
It felt weird.
Yes, because now we know Scott Reeves more as adult. Scott Reeves, yes, as Steven Weber.
Yes. Why? You have to say it in that tone and then you make me question it.
I make myself question a lot of things. Scott Reeves. Yes, Scott Reeves. Okay.
Do you have an idea for a podcast but don't know where to start? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Anchor is such an easy way to record and edit a podcast, and you can do it from either your phone or computer. Best part is you don't have to worry about getting it out there. Anchor distributes to many platforms, so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. You can start making money right away without having a minimum number of listeners, too. Anchor really is everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place.
Didn't like the Nicholas Connor.
That accent, I'm sorry. It's so 1930s Hollywood war. Yeah. And I'm sure that people do speak like that, but it really is like the stereotype that you expect to see from a 1930s movie.
They didn't give us enough of that storyline to really get into it, but when I saw him, I was like, oh, I know who that is, and I don't like him.
I'm like, we should do a 411 on him because that whole story is crazy.
It is. I agree. Let's do one.
I mean, good for showing the depth that Tyler Christopher can go from being super charming prince to
jerk. More than jerk.
Yeah.
Words we don't say on the podcast.
And it was the wrong Lois.
Yes. That really annoyed me.
Mm-hmm. That was really just enough of seeing her. We don't have to go there.
Yeah.
And Sonny talking to Michael. Oh,
that was cute, Michael.
That was cute, Michael. But he answered his questions. He didn't say, well, now the baby's with the angel. Or he did say, someone told him that the baby was with the angels, but he wasn't like, yeah, the baby's in heaven, and just like left it at that and like glazed over and made it all nice for him. Mm-hmm. You know, he answered him.
Right.
You know, but in a kid appropriate way.
Yep.
That was a really nice bonding moment.
He's a good dad.
He is.
He really is. I wrote Alexis with Rick and then the pukey emoji because I just don't like Rick with anyone, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah. He was such a jerk. Sonny wanted to be there for his daughter who was very sick. Mm-hmm. And then he hands them the restraining order that Alexis didn't even ask for. So what are you doing?
Right.
I don't like when men try to handle stuff without asking first. And that's what he does to all his women is, I did this for you. No, you're just being controlling because you're a jerk.
I hadn't really thought about that. He really does.
Yes.
And it's not just like, oh, I ordered you a cake. No, it's big decisions.
Major life decisions. Here you go. I handled this for you. Why didn't I ask you to?
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to determine custody or visitation, whatever, of my child. Thanks.
Right. I only had one side note that was Liz gave Rick a cup of coffee and said black 1 sugar, which means it's not black because black coffee is no cream, no sugar. Know your coffee, Liz.
Okay. I would have said it the same way because I don't know my coffee.
Coffee 1 sugar, not black coffee 1 sugar.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry that annoyed you so much.
It did.
I also wrote Alcazar obsessed with Carly. I liked him.
Yes.
I really liked him.
And that was Lorenzo, not Luis.
Right.
Because, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
Twins.
Right.
Yep.
See? It's in my head one way. I don't even think to specify.
Oh, I went back and checked just because I did not want to be wrong.
That was all I have.
Yeah, that was all I had about Tuesday, too. I really did like the episodes that they picked this week.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're on Wednesday. Wednesday I had the most notes for.
Okay.
That was Wednesday, October 12th, 2005. And Robin's birthday is actually October 12th. So good job. having Robin's birthday on her birthday.
That was a good job. I thought it was stupid the way they led into that, though.
Right.
As soon as she spoke, you knew who it was.
Exactly what I said. Robin's voice is very distinct. Not sure why they didn't show her face. But then I wrote, well, how long had she been off the show? Because maybe it had been a long enough period of time. It wasn't. It was like 3 years, something like that. Hold on.
And they even had her in a hospital setting in Paris. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, we're finally seeing things in Paris, though.
Very true. But if they would have had her, I don't know, in Texas at a restaurant, maybe you wouldn't jump to, oh, that's Robin, without needing anything else. But she's in a hospital in Paris. Mm-hmm. It's Robin.
Right. So she had left the show in 2000, only reappeared for Lila's funeral in 2004 before returning full-time in 2005. And I still don't feel like that's long enough for us to have forgotten her voice because, again, very distinct voice.
Right. And when she left that time, she wasn't killed or anything traumatic, right? She just left.
I think so.
I mean, obviously, if Uncle Mac's calling her to wish her happy birthday, somebody knew she was around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did.
That was just dumb.
Because in 2005, I don't think we had Google Translate. I don't know. Oh yeah.
No.
I translated all the French.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, because I could tell, I took French for 4 years. So like a long time ago, but some of the stuff they were saying was very basic.
Okay.
So, but I just wanted to make sure. So when she first entered the hospital, the nurse said, "Good morning, doctor. You're very busy today." And then when she was walking in the hall and she said, "Excusez-moi," which is very commonly known as "excuse me," but when she motioned to like the silent and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the nurse at the desk said, "Ah, youth, it's lunchtime. You are young and beautiful." And Robin said, "Thank you." And it translates to, "But I'm already at home." I think she was saying, "But I'm having," like basically saying, "I'm having lunch at home. I'm waiting for a phone call."
Aw.
And that was the end of the French.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what they were saying. Nothing super leading or anything, but
right.
In case you wanted to know, that's what they were saying.
I was glad that Matt called her though. That was nice. And if they kept it consistent, then that's even better. Courtney needing a paternity test was where I went to next.
I did not like Emily. No, I did not like Emily and all that.
I didn't like Emily and all that either. I did like the way that she said, "Well, he's still my husband on paper, so I'll tell him whatever I want." But it was not her business. And Courtney was going to tell them. There wasn't an unreasonable reason that she hadn't told either of them. Medically, she needed to wait a couple weeks. When she knew, she'd tell the right dad.
And Nicholas is not stupid. Eventually, he was going to see Courtney as being pregnant.
Right.
And find out that she was pregnant. Wouldn't it be better if she says, "And I've already had a paternity test. The baby's not yours. Here's the proof."
Exactly.
You know, there was no reason for Emily to be talking to her that way.
Right.
And I just said that Sam and Jason were so much fun.
They were cute. And
I said Alexis mailed the wrong divorce papers, such a pregnancy brain, but also a major problem legally. So, like, it's one thing to mail the wrong birthday card, but you're lucky both of those guys know each other and are trying. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. I got the person that I'm hooking up with divorce papers. Here you go. You want to hand them to the right person?
Right. Would you mind having them sign this tomorrow morning? No.
Yeah. And both of them standing there. Yeah, we don't really want to be divorced, but yet I'm already hooking up.
Right.
That wasn't very nice.
And Alexis telling both of them, like, here's why you don't want to divorce the person. Doesn't matter that my nephew's sleeping with your wife.
Right. That was crazy. All the divorce papers come in that perfect little packet. That's not how mine was.
You should bring this up.
I'm gonna
say that you felt gypped.
I do. I wanted that pretty little packet that you just flip to it and sign, and then it's all. Mine was just like printer copy paper. Here you go. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm gonna call the courts tomorrow.
You should.
Why are my papers not all fun like that? Because that would be fun to sign them. Like, I don't know. It would have made a difference. It would have made the
You want to make your divorce fun?
So much better. Well, you know how on TV they have you sit down, like you're both at the table and you're signing them together. I didn't do that either. He was out in the hallway. I was over here. Like, we just talked through our attorneys. This is what we want. Then they talked to the mediator, judge guy, whatever. Everybody agreed. And then we each signed our papers. And that was like the end of it. I wanted that sit down, like, look at me while you're signing this paper. And I wanted the pretty little blue, like, packet. Sign here. So. Anyway,
I don't know what to tell you.
It has nothing to do with anything, but they got the pretty blue packet.
Please let us know if you ever got the pretty blue packet in real life.
Right. Is it as much fun as I think it is?
Is it satisfying to have it all stapled together? Now you're starting to sound like me.
I'm spending too much time with you.
Maybe.
It's rubbing off.
Oh, and I did have one correction from us. Oh, shoot. Okay, it would have been last week's recap when we were talking about in the hotel when they were all being held hostage. We said that was Manny was the priest. It was actually his brother, Mateo.
Sorry.
The identical twin that became a priest.
Sorry.
Not your fault. I said it was Manny and you agreed. It's okay.
Manny is scary.
Well, this week was Manny.
Yes. Well, his brother's scary too, but Manny is really scary.
His brother was reformed.
Okay. Manny is scary.
Yes. Although I did kind of like when he's like, I like to look at people eye level. And then that's when, I'm sorry, that's like a short man getting revenge. And he's not even that short, but whoa, wait. Steve Burton's not 6 foot tall. Yeah. Mm-mm. He's barely, yeah. So, okay, maybe he was short, I guess. So that's the short man's revenge.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Diego drug in Brooklyn. That was a whole big storyline. I could have watched more of that.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's weird that he was getting revenge for Sage, though.
Right, because of what she wrote in her diary. Right. And I'm sorry, they were young girls.
Yes. Girls are like that.
They shouldn't be.
No.
But they are.
Mm-hmm.
And Brooklyn never did anything. I don't want to say she didn't do anything nasty, because, I mean, she was not nice to her.
Intentionally trying to hurt her. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was a jerk. I don't know. I feel like
she was trying to hurt her, but not
like scar her for life. It was just,
she wasn't torturing her.
Exactly.
She was just like, no. You know, she was being a petty jerk.
Right. It wasn't like bullying. It was, I just don't want to be friends with you. Leave me alone. I don't want you in my circle. Normal girl.
I feel like she had a little mean girl in her about it, though. Like, you can't sit with us.
I don't know. I feel like that was just normal high school.
She wasn't Regina. Girls. She was Gretchen.
Okay. I'll give you that.
You know.
Right. She was mean, but not
vicious.
Yeah.
Nothing. And there's nothing that she could have done that would have warranted being drugged.
Oh, right. No, absolutely not. But I just mean if her diary would have given a better example of something malicious that she did, maybe.
Right. Like,
but
Brooklyn
even as reading that,
physically throwing stuff at me or telling me that I was fat or
took pictures of me and distributed them somewhere or whatever.
Right.
She didn't do anything like that. So I feel like he was obviously mentally unstable to be doing any of that. But I don't know. Sometimes you can work it out in your head of why someone's mad, and that just seemed extra ridiculous.
Yes.
What was the cop that Maxie was with? Did you write his name down?
Jesse?
Maybe. They said his name and I missed it, so in my note
I didn't write it down because it was such a side story that it was...
Maxie and cop dude. That was what my note was. And she was arguing with him about his going after Diego so hard.
Yep, Jesse Beaudry.
Okay, thanks.
Who claims to be an undercover cop. Huh.
Oh, now we're going to have to do one on him. Stop reading.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hold it. That's when Kirsten Storms started as Maxie was in 2005. It says in 2005, Kirsten Storms assumes the role of Maxie as the character faces complications with her heart transplant.
Really?
Yeah, why do I feel like that was... No. All right, we're not going to get into all of this, but I'm pretty sure that's not when she originated.
No. I feel like that's not right either.
Yeah. In March 2005, it was announced that the role had been recast with former Days of Our Lives actress Kirsten Storms. She made her debut May 23rd. Huh.
Wow, I felt like we had Maxie's been Maxie forever.
I know.
Like it went from little kid heart transplant Maxie
to her. No,
yes.
Because we had that teenager. She was good too. The one that was before her that was aged up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was good.
Okay.
Can't remember her name, but she was good. Okay, we're not going to get all into Maxie right now. No, but I agree.
She does. She feels like she's been there forever. So anyway,
that's okay.
That guy went on and told about his sister and brother and whatever. And so
stuff like that, I find myself kind of zoning out on because I'm like, I don't want to get sidetracked by this. And then down that whole rabbit hole.
I just thought it was cute that Uncle Mac hired someone to watch over her because of all the stalking.
Yes.
So, and then Elizabeth and Lucky were talking about being married.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's all I have.
Yeah.
I didn't like all these dates though, because then I thought about how old I was then, and I was like, wow, we're really getting old.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Thursday was July 21st, 2011. That intro, they all looked like babies. They really
I love that we both selected the same random things to talk about. I said, of all the newer openings, I liked this one the best because it shows the places or things in the background that are also important characters in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like the hospital, the Haunted Star, Windermere.
Right.
You know, like they're all such...
Right, they're characters.
Yeah.
And I like the way you put that in themselves. Oh, Jocelyn was a baby.
Jocelyn was a baby.
She's a baby. She was cute. Babies are cute.
I didn't see, and this is where, like, they should have shown this episode also as part of Carly and Sonny.
Right?
Because this is when Sonny was married to Brenda,
Mm-hmm.
and Brenda was breaking his heart again,
Mm-hmm.
and Carly was there for him. And not trying to be with him, but trying to be a good friend.
I'm impressed with their maturity. Like, listening to that conversation, I could never do that.
This made me not like Brenda because
Right.
It's exactly like we were talking about with, nope, you'll hear about it on Thursday. Something that we discuss on Thursday, but she has known Sonny and been with Sonny and in the trenches with Sonny
Right.
since she was 19.
Yes.
She knows
And
his life.
He was more of a slime ball back then.
She didn't have a kid though.
She didn't have a kid, and that gives her the right to make good parenting choices. So good job on that end. But when she was talking about what a jerk he was and like all the bad things that he was doing, he was more of a jerk when she was 19, running the strip club, hiring underage girls, than now.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
I don't know. And I guess she's growing up too, which makes sense. But I didn't see where she was coming from. And what she was mad about was him helping Carly keep custody of Jocelyn. It wasn't like they ran off and hooked up somewhere or something.
Right.
It was over her kid, since her whole justification's about her son. How do you not get that Sonny's going to help his ex-wife keep her daughter?
Right.
Who he has kids with. It's not just a regular... Right. Ugh. Yeah. She disappointed me there.
Yeah.
I did think it was funny when her and Robin were talking, though, and Robin was like, yeah, I'll come visit you. I'm in Paris all the time. Like, I know. Everyone goes to Paris. About it.
The only thing I said was Jason asking Sam if he needs to call her mom or Christina for the answer was so funny.
That was funny.
He had character then.
He did. That was cute.
I didn't really take a lot of notes on that day just because.
I thought just not really to storyline, but just in like life, how crazy when Maxie lost the ring, she was like, oh yeah, and you don't even have it insured, so there's nothing you can do. Wouldn't you feel a whole lot worse if I lost your engagement ring? Right. Especially price-wise, I'm assuming that whatever Jason bought is way more than what either of us would ever own.
Quite possibly.
I just dropped it off of a building, and I'm like, sorry, didn't mean to lose that.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
I do wish that they had showed us the days leading up to this one, though.
Yes.
Like, not that it wasn't...
asking for the help and all that.
Right. Like, it was sweet watching them.
Yeah.
But him going out of character, preparing for the proposal, buying the ring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would have liked that. Fun. Yeah.
I agree. Oh, and I didn't like that he told her, since he had lost the ring, that she could just go pick one out. And we've talked about that before. I don't like the idea of people picking their own.
I don't either.
Okay. Good.
Personal preference, but
I think you guide them. Like, I have certain stones that I definitely would not want, like cuts that I would not want. But if you know me well enough that you're buying me an engagement ring,
right,
you should know me well enough to know, oh, she doesn't like that. She likes this.
Right.
And Brenda's kid was like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
So if we wanted to make him Dev, that wouldn't be far-fetched.
No, not too far. He'd have only been aged up like 3 or 4 years.
Right. Way better than Jocelyn.
Change his name and complete way that he looks, but we did it with Michael, so why not?
Exactly. Not too far out of the soap realm at all.
And that was that other teen Morgan.
Yes. That was cute. Jack saying goodbye to him was cute. I like that he had enough respect for them to have that conversation. Good stepdadding.
Although Jax and Brenda just both randomly deciding to leave on the same day.
Yeah. Together again. I don't like the way they always played that. The 4 of them were interchangeable.
Right.
Carly could be with either one. Brenda could be with either one. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It should matter. You should care enough about one of them that it matters.
Right.
So.
No, I agree. That's all that I have for Thursday, though.
Yeah, me too.
And then Friday was September 22nd, 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And we will hear more about Dante and Lulu on Thursday whenever you talk about... Oh, no.
No, that was
I did 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can go back to last Thursday and listen to that. Darn it. Because we recorded that whole thing in once, and then I divided it up while I was editing. So I know I've listened to all of it. Sorry.
That was a cute proposal.
It was. And when he was like, can you look me in the eyes when you make my life or break my heart? Or whatever it was that he said. I didn't get to watch that though, because I only made it through half of 2010. I made all through 2009.
You were a little addicted
half of 2010,
Dante.
and then I watched the Brenda stuff of 2011.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, his proposal was
somebody
cute.
made me have to record early before I was done.
Mm-hmm.
Because it would have taken me like forever.
Right, because I'm always the one pressuring you when to record. Instead of putting it off.
Pressure you.
No, but I'm always like, whatever. I don't care what topic we do.
Yeah, but we've been putting Dante off for...
Exactly. So then you're welcome for me pushing you into recording.
I loved it.
That was the day that James Franco was coming back for whatever craziness. You didn't get to see enough of him to know what his whole plan was going to be, so I didn't go any further with it. But it was James Franco, and I love him as Franco.
I loved Jason and Sam's wedding.
Mm-hmm. That was so cute.
It was perfect.
It was.
It was sweet. It was them.
Yes.
It was intimate.
And I thought it was cute. She gave the grandma those shoes at the end.
Yes.
Here you go.
And I love that Monica gave her Alan's ring to give Jason. And he had Lila's ring for her.
Yep. Oh. That is what I think of when I think of Sam and Jason.
Exactly.
That wedding was just beautiful.
That's the J-Sam I miss.
Right. And they didn't need anyone else there. It's just about the two of them.
Yep.
I couldn't remember why Mr. Zakara was keeping Lisa, whatever her name was, alive. The coma thing. Like why he was trying to pull her out.
That's where I was... See, I did not pay too much attention because I was too worried.
I didn't know if you just like remembered.
I didn't.
If you remembered.
But like I didn't write down anything that I didn't want to go further. Although I did write who was creeping around Windermere. I couldn't remember.
I don't remember.
No, exactly.
Right. You would have found out the next day though, because he said, Franco said, and Jason all said tomorrow night, and Johnny about blowing up whatever the coffee warehouse.
Yep.
So I just didn't know if you remembered because I didn't think about it until Robin said, we survived Lisa, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that was like all their issues and now they're back together and blah, blah, blah.
So mad at Patrick during all that, though. That is...
He was a jerk. Right. I'm not going to go... Jason's one of her best friends.
Right.
And the reason they're together.
Yep.
But no, we're not going to go to that wedding.
Right. Because of Sunny?
Yeah. No, he was definitely being a jerk.
Yeah. That was not...
Right.
But she's like, fine, then I'll go by myself.
Exactly.
Good for you.
Yes. And that's exactly what you have to do. Good job. But yeah, whenever he said we survived her, or she said we survived Lisa, I was like, oh yeah. But then they showed her in the coma and I was like, I don't know why.
We'll have to go back and look at that.
Cared that she was in a coma or not.
Yeah.
So weird. But I liked the little characters though.
Yes.
I liked the Zakaras. Oh my gosh, I couldn't say that there.
I didn't have anything else.
No, me neither.
Other than I did look up who won the daytime Emmys. We were not big winners this year.
No, we weren't. I was disappointed. I really thought that Eden McCoy should win.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever watched the other person that did win, so it's not really a fair comparison for me to make, but I thought she did a really good job.
She did an amazing job with Oscar and that whole storyline. So the only thing and this is a team effort, guys.
Right.
Performance by supporting actress in the drama series, Tamara Braun.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only actress that won.
Yeah.
Directing team for a drama series. Well, okay, so this is the other thing. Okay, so how do they win directing team when they're directing the actors?
Right.
But
I'm with you.
Do you see where
Right. If you're directing them what to do and it was such a good job, then how did they not win also for doing it?
Right.
I don't understand.
Technical team for a drama series and multiple camera editing for a drama or digital drama series.
I thought that was a good win because they are getting better with the way, I know sometimes we complain the way that they run their cameras, but you do get a good view of what's going on.
Right. Well, and they do a lot where not the shaky cam, but like the more realistic.
Right. I didn't watch them though. I just checked to see who won.
Neither did I. Same. I did the same exact thing. Do you know what we're going to be watching next week?
Mm-mm.
I don't either.
No. I stayed off of Facebook a lot this week, so I wasn't.
Except for one thing that you totally were on Facebook for.
You're going to make somebody mad. I don't know that you are allowed to announce
It's already posted on our Instagram. Amanda and I are the proud parents of the Game of General Hospital, a role-playing board game. Be your favorite character on America's most watched daytime TV show.
So I was flipping through Facebook and someone posted, did anyone have this game? And I instantly jumped on eBay and saw that it was on there, but only one seller. And so I texted a picture over to Shannon. And before I could even go back to eBay to contemplate if I was going to buy it or not, Shannon texts me, I just bought it. Yeah, we need that.
So we are totally going to play this, but I am scared. It is in such good condition. I mean, the cards that typically you punch out to shuffle are still in the thin cardboard. So I think that maybe we photocopy them and cut them out.
Yes.
Because I don't want.
Condition. Right.
We can open up the game pieces.
Right.
But we are totally going to play this one night.
Yes.
And record it for one of our 411s because you get to pick. Yeah. It's kind of like the game of life. Like it goes through the different areas. You have a betting table on the Haunted Star. There's the hospital reception area. There's the ELQ office. The waterfront.
Stuff we need to look up. The waterfront clinic.
Yeah. What was the waterfront clinic? And I think it's funny that Jackie Templeton's a character in here when she was not even on the show that long.
Right.
But still, love it.
I can't wait to play.
Me neither.
Just be prepared for any hate mail that we get because we were the ones that bought it.
Steve Hardy's office. Aw. And I mean, the box is in excellent condition too. It's in great shape.
It is. Especially considering it's as old as you are.
Yeah, it is. So I guess that's part of our reality check.
That's our exciting reality. We bought a board game off eBay.
We are dorks.
Reality check.
So what else do you have? What else did you have going on?
Last night was Emily's bowling banquet, finally, for the high school.
Okay.
So that was fun. They kept it small. Usually we went and had dinner at one of the local restaurants and, a bunch of people came and stuff. So this time they kept it small and asked that each bowler only have a few people with them. And then they just did pizza and fries at the bowling alley and you could bowl with your family. And then they gave out their little awards and stuff. So she got a cute jacket that embroidered with her name.
Aww.
And all the girls just kept sitting there talking about, now they're seniors. Well, and I was like, oh, please stop saying that. You're killing me. I didn't want to think about it. I'm not ready for her and Megan to both be at the high school. And the other bowling girls were trying to convince Megan to join the bowling team for next year, which I thought was actually really nice.
That's sweet.
Yes. But she has no interest. So I will not have both of them there, but they are both going to be in ROTC, so I'll get the cute sister pictures in their uniforms, which I'm excited for.
That'll be fun. Yay!
Yes, exactly. And then after that, their grandma came to the banquet, and then she took them over to their dad's, and they are gone for the whole week to North Carolina.
Oh.
So hopefully
Amanda's reality check next week is going to be crazy.
Yeah, so
what are you cleaning this week? Because that's crazy for us.
Right, exactly. No, I think I'm just going to try to organize more stuff that I've put off and whatever. I don't know. Yeah. I try not to make any concrete plans because I just want to kind of...
You don't have to.
Exactly. I just want to go with it. So, I don't know. It'll be a weird week because I normally spend a lot of time with my family. And my family from Ohio came in yesterday and visited with my mom. So I will not go visit her for the next 2 weeks because Ohio is one of the states that's been really lax with their social distancing rules. And when my kids come home from North Carolina, we will be quarantining them. So
gotcha.
It makes me mad that I didn't even go anywhere fun or have any fun visitors, and I'm going to be stuck quarantining with these people. But hopefully everyone is listening and social distancing. My biggest concern with my kids is sunscreen because they are all white as ghosts like I am, and sunscreen. So I don't know. That's where I'll be this week as my mommy worries that they don't drown or burn or catch coronavirus or something.
There you go.
So they've made it there safely. I know that so far. So good. Yeah, that's really it this week. There was nothing really exciting. So.
I can't think of anything either. I did that 5K yesterday morning and it went really well. Yeah. And we had, so the business that we supported mailed us all jams. So that's my jam, is boozy jams.
I can't wait for you.
All named after different.
To try it and tell me.
I did.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
I got my Strawberry Fields Forever strawberry jam yesterday, which is mixed with champagne and limoncello. So good. So good. But like there's whiskey in some of them. I mean, it's all the alcohol is burnt off, but you just get the taste.
Right.
And so good. What else did she have? She had, so I was torn between Strawberry Fields Forever, which is Beatles, and Raspberry Beret, which is Prince.
Yes.
And my daughter picked Strawberry Fields Forever. So fair enough.
Because
I'm definitely ordering more though.
Raised her that she has to play the Beatles no matter what, but okay.
Listen, we had a discussion about Michael Jackson this morning that I just about disowned my family. So proof that you can try to raise them right and they could still mess up.
I love how different we are with music stuff because I don't know anything. One of our friends has an 80s cover band and they were finally able to play it last night. So I went to that after the kids went with their grandma, and there was quite a few songs that our friend Kim from Girl Scouts leaned over and was like, you don't know this one. You're too young. You don't know this one. But the people singing it are way younger than I am, and they know them all. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't.
And I probably know them all.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Sure you do.
I hate when people say that about my age. How can you be a Beatles fan? You're only in your 30s. So?
Because there's these things called CDs. And
oh, no. I had vinyl.
And
I had vinyl and VHS.
Oh, okay.
And cassettes.
Cassettes, yes.
Yeah. And then on Friday night, my church did an event. So we always throw this like huge event for the community, and it's free. And we do balloon animals, face painting, games, there's free food. We always have like baskets to give away and everything. And it's great. And we always get like 3,000 people.
Wow.
We always hold it in the park. Couldn't do it this year the way that we.
Right. I saw you did it as a drive-through. How do you do all that as a drive-through?
Someone came up with the idea to do it as a drive-through. So like if you ever have gone to a Christmas lights show, like as a drive-through, that's kind of how we tried to do it. And it worked. We didn't have as many people come through, but so a car would pull up and I worked registration. And so we gave them a card and a pen that they got to keep. And they filled out how many people were in the car with them, like how many adults, how many kids. Each kid got a drawstring bag filled with some coupons, free ice cream at Wendy's or something like that. And just like different things from different businesses in the area. And then they pulled up and went to the popcorn station. And so the popcorn station gave them each a bag of popcorn. And then they pulled up to the food station. They handed in that ticket, which they then were handed bags with hot dogs, chips, cookies, and a drink.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then they pulled up and we had so we had people dressed in different characters waving throughout. So we had Iron Man was there and he was taking pictures beside the car with the kids. So like the kids are in the cars poking their heads out with Iron Man. There was a shark, there were butterflies, there was a whole bunch of stuff. And then we had some first responders there. And so it was their chance to say thank you to first responders.
Aww.
Didn't do face painting, but there was balloon animals.
Cute.
So out of the car, they could say, I want a giraffe, and they would do that. There was a little music station and there was an activities station where they were given a packet of activities to take home and be able to do with them. The whole thing took like 10, maybe 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
But it was something that we were still able to do. And it was really, really cool. So I'm so glad that we were able to figure out, I'm not even going to say we. I mean, I was part of the volunteers, but I was not part of the planning committee. So huge kudos to them that they were able to figure out a way that we could still do that, because
that's awesome.
I love that we do a lot of stuff for the community. So not sure if you guys have picked up, I love volunteering. So
just a little.
But then the 5K on Saturday was my first event that I organized as the director of charitable giving for my networking group. So it was nice. And we did it on Zoom and we weren't 100% sure how we were going to do it. So 10 of us in Pittsburgh walked together at a local park, but we were able to Zoom there was a girl about an hour away that wasn't going to drive in for an hour just to do a 45-minute walk, but she walked around her neighborhood and was on Zoom with us. So we weren't just on Zoom the whole time, one person in the group. And every now and again, we would just pop on and say, hey, we're halfway. How are you guys doing?
Oh, that's cute.
And there was one in Denver, Rhode Island, Tulsa, and Oklahoma City. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So, I don't think I have anything really going on this week, but I got 2 volunteer things done. It just felt so good to be back to doing something.
You're so cute.
And I have a fun smiley face mask that I bought because people can't see if you smile. So
right.
Can see my mask smiling.
I love it.
But yeah, so I guess that's it for this week's General Hospital. Not sure what we're going to see this week. And join us on Thursday as we do part 2, where Amanda shares 2012 through...
I thought it was 13.
13 through
19.
Okay,
yeah.
Whatever. She finishes off Dante.
I did whatever I was supposed to do.
She does part 2 of Dante. I'm not finishing off.
Right.
He's still alive. He can still come back.
No, pick up where you left off.
Yes.
So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to peer54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Peer 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at peer54podcast@gmail.com.